Hi, beautiful. We're reading in A Course in Miracles, chapter 19, in the text, The Attainment of Peace. And we're in section 4, D, paragraph 8. Forget not that you came this far together, you and your brother, and it was surely not the ego that led you here. I'll pause here and say the ego thinks it's the Almighty, when in reality it is but a stumbling block. It was surely not the ego that led you here. No obstacle to peace can be surmounted through its help. Wow. Let's read that again. No obstacle to peace can be surmounted through its help. I'll pause here and say the ego, it's literally saying here that the ego can't help in any way, shape, or form to get over any obstacle to peace. The ego can only obstruct peace. It does not open up its secrets and bid you look on them and go beyond them. It would not have you see its weakness and learn it has no power to keep you from the truth. The guide who brought you here remains with you, and when you raise your eyes, you will be ready to look on terror with no fear at all. Wow. I'm going to read that again. The guide who brought you here remains with you. I'll pause here and say, I love how A Course in Miracles says that even after we've fully awakened, Spirit stays with us as our friend. We're not abandoned. The guide who brought you here remains with you, and when you raise your eyes, you will be ready to look on terror with no fear at all. But first, lift up your eyes and look on your brother in innocence, born of complete forgiveness of his illusions. I'll pause here and say, I like that A Course in Miracles doesn't deny that people have nightmares and illusions, and that those temporal appearances are perceptually real within the nightmare. But they're not the ultimate truth, and they're not reality with an uppercase R. Born of complete forgiveness of his illusions, and through the eyes of faith that sees them not. No one can look upon the fear of God unterrified unless he has accepted the atonement and learned illusions are not real. No one can stand before this obstacle alone, for he could not have reached this far unless his brother walked beside him. And no one would dare to look on it with complete forgiveness of his brother in his heart. Stand you here a while and tremble not. You will be ready. Let us join together in a holy instant, here in this place where the purpose given in a holy instant has led you. And let us join in faith that he who brought us here together will offer you the innocence you need, and that you will accept it for my love and his. Nor is it possible to look on this too soon. This is the place to which everyone must come when he is ready. Once he has found his brother, he is ready. Yet merely to reach the place is not enough. A journey without a purpose is still meaningless, and even when it is over, it seems to make no sense. How can you know that it is over unless you realize its purpose is accomplished? Here, with the journey's end before you, you see its purpose, and it is here you choose whether to look upon it or wander on, only to return and make the choice again. To look upon the fear of God does need some preparation. Only the sane can look on stark insanity and raving madness with pity and compassion. Wow. Let's pause here and really soak that in. Only the sane can look on stark insanity and raving madness with pity and compassion. I'm going to pause here and say, think about the world around us and the people who are suffering from stark insanity and raving madness and the harm that they do to themselves and others within the nightmare. But the sane can look on that stark insanity and raving madness with pity and compassion, but not with fear. Wow. For only if they share in it does it seem fearful, and you do share in it until you look upon your brother with perfect faith and love and tenderness. Before complete forgiveness, you still stand unforgiving. You are afraid of God because you fear your brother. Those you do not forgive, you fear. Wow. Those are such potent words. I'm going to read that sentence again. Those you do not forgive, you fear. And no one reaches love with fear beside him. Wow. On a practical level, we're being invited to be sane and look on the stark insanity and raving madness of others who are still suffering, and to look at them not with anger or fear, but with pity and compassion. And ultimately, we will look upon our brother with perfect faith and love, knowing that they will wake up from the nightmare, just like you have. Thank you for being here.